my fellow limitless HBICs. How you doing on this lovely morning, afternoon, or evening? How are you all? How are things going? Are we all sexy, sassy, saucy, and snarky? Are we? I hope so. I love snark. Let's get right in. If you need help figuring out what's going on between you and your manifestation, please feel free to email me at manifestingwithkimberly@gmail.com. All of my coaching options are in the drop box below. They're in the screens that just went by. Also, I have TikTok, I have Instagram, I have 2 channel memberships. One is zhuzhing only and topics of manifestation. And then I have my hot seat coaching, group coaching channel membership, which is a trigger warning group because anybody can ask me anything related to their circumstances and they can talk about anything. So if you get triggered by other people's circumstances, or if you get triggered when someone spirals, and I get it, okay? That's not me judging. That's not the group for you, because this is literally hot seat coaching. I need to hear what's going on in their life so I can give, the best manifestation advice. Sometimes that can be triggering. It can be, okay? So I have those. I would love for you to join me everywhere. I would love for you to subscribe if you're new here, or you can give me a like to get my videos out. It would be very much appreciated. Let's jump right in. We are catching up, for the love of God, with super chats. I'm letting you know because I don't know when this video is getting up. This is being recorded on January 9th. My Christmas shit is still up, okay? I don't know when the video is going to go up. So this video might go up, I don't know, when we're talking about St. Patrick's Day. I'm not sure, okay? I pre-record. So just be warned. You might be watching this. It might be April, and you're looking at my Christmas tree. It was recorded January 9th. What else? Anything else? There are a lot of super chats left over from the June 20th live stream. This might be a multi-part video. Okay, let's jump right in. Janet Carson, thank you very much. Hi, Queen. What do you think about reading your new story daily as a way of affirming? I'm affirming for 5 areas. Can I also affirm I have a body like... Is that enough for change? Some say it's comparing. Number 1. Yes, I think reading your new story that you've already taken the time to script is affirming. Any new thinking is an affirmation. Any new thinking is an affirmation. So, meaning, keeping it real, if people use what if questions to get themselves into a stage, that's kind of affirming. It is. Any realm of thinking is an affirmation. Any. So absolutely yes to that. It does not matter how many areas you're manifesting in. You can multi-manifest. I personally do that. When I think about who I think I am, I include all areas of my life because I like to. It makes me feel good. And it also keeps my focus in multiple places. So I don't stay laser focused on one subject and then what? If I fall out of the state, get triggered because I haven't seen anything yet. We don't even want to entertain that thinking. So of course you can multi-manifest. When it comes to, your personal appearance and say for example, I'm affirming that I have J-Lo's body. Anyone telling you that you can't do that because that's comparing doesn't know what they're talking about. If you affirming to yourself that you have the body just like whoever, and that just gives you the feeling of oh my God, I look great, just like that, because that's my idea of what I think hot is. Back to me for a sec. So I look at J-Lo and I'm like, oh my God, she's hot. I would love to have her butt. I would love to have every body part of hers. I just would. She's a sexy bitch. And if I'm affirming that I have J-Lo's body, And that gives me the feeling of, oh my God, I look so hot. I have the same body as J-Lo now, and I look so hot. Feel so good about myself. So what? There is nothing wrong with doing that. I'm sorry. Whoever said to not do that because it's comparing doesn't really know what they're talking about, and they are going way too literal with their thinking. There's a reason why logic is not invited to the manifestation parties. Logic is not invited. Logical, literal thinking is not invited to the law of assumption or any manifestation party. Please, Janet, if you want to tell yourself you look just like a celebrity, a musician, your neighbor, it doesn't matter so long as it gets you into the state of you being that version of yourself. That is the only thing that matters. Okay? Master Money Fester, thank you very much. How to handle the fear of getting cheated on. All right, well, we need to get to the root of why we're fearing being cheated on. What is it about ourselves that we even think that that's a possibility? Usually, in what I've experienced on my coaching journey, is most people have a fear of cheating because it boils down to either fear of abandonment, fear of not feeling good enough, fear of relationships failing. There's more to just the fear of being cheated on. There's more attached to that. In my experience, there is. So we want to get to the heart of that first. And then we want to start working on becoming the version of ourselves, or embody the state of the version of ourselves that doesn't have those fears. And it really is a moment by moment choice. Literally. And I know I say it all the time, but just because the thought came into your mind that you're fearing your SP cheating doesn't mean it's a truth. It doesn't mean it's a truth. And it doesn't mean that it has to manifest. So in those moments, what I do is that's not who I am anymore. That's old Kim. That's not the version of myself I am now. No, I am the version of myself, or I am in the reality where I'm in a loving, fulfilling, committed relationship where my person is completely loyal and faithful to me. So there's no need for that fear, because I know I'm more than enough for my specific person. I know I'm worthy and deserving of having the relationship of my dreams. I know I'm worthy and deserving of having pretty much anything I want, because I am what of my reality. I am the God of my reality. So you want to get to the heart of that. Now, if you're someone that enjoys affirming, you would be affirming things that, loyal and faithful relationships are the only thing I've ever experienced. That's the only type of relationships I have in love are, my person has always been loyal and faithful to me. I never have to fear that. I am more than enough. I'm worthy and I'm deserving, and you go on from there. But that's how I would handle it. The idea is, listen, there are infinite states, which means infinite versions and infinite realities. So there is a version of you that exists that doesn't have the fear. And the idea of manifestation is for you to become that version of yourself. And it's the repetition of you deciding you are that version that can get rid of that fear. And it really is as simple as that. It really, really is. Okay. Summer Sparkles, thank you so much. Hi, SEK, and I know Supreme Empress Kimberly. Have a new mantra. My current thoughts are my future 3D. Super helpful for me, even though time is an illusion. Give poops a treat. Effing love you. And I effing love you too, Summer Sparkles. And I like that. My thoughts, my current thoughts are my future 3D. And that's literally what manifestation is. So I am loving that, Summer, just as much as I love you. Greg F., thank you very much. Super sticker. Thank you. Sable LeBlanc, thank you very much. Hey, Kim, how do we manifest a celebrity SP? I'm crushing on an idol from across the world. And how do we manifest 2 SPs? Okay, number 1, right off the top, you manifest, or you are able to manifest, a celebrity SP. In my opinion, it's by stop seeing them as this untouchable Jesus who is, 90 stories above you on their, pedestal. That's the issue with people when they're manifesting a celebrity. They see them so outer limits, so out of the realm of possibility that that's something you can have. It's not true. And they are not, better humans than you are. They're literally your equal. The only difference is they may have more people know them. They may have more followers. They might have, I don't know, a fancier house. Who knows? None of that matters when it comes to manifestation because every single person is connected through consciousness. So it's no different. It's no different. So your affirmations would be the same, literally, as manifesting your neighbor versus manifesting a celebrity. It is the same. It's the same. What you're doing is defeating, right? You're defeating the belief that they are above you and out of your reach by you focusing on becoming the version of yourself that is in a relationship with whoever that celebrity is. Just like with me, it would be me becoming the version of myself who is, in a loving, fulfilling, committed relationship with Jason Momoa. It'd be the same thing. Me focusing on that and not seeing him as so outer limits because I know I'm going to meet him. I know it's going to happen. He's going to instantly love me. Okay? It's going to happen. But that's the idea. Literally, that's where people go wrong is they think because the SP is a celebrity that it's so hard. And I have shared that there have been multiple people here that have manifested their celebrity SPs. Multiple. So it's totally doable. So just affirm for them like you would for anything else. Okay? And as far as 2 SPs, it's choice. Meaning, if you had asked me that question, let's say 6 months ago, I would have said to you, get clear on what you want with both SPs. Get clear. And utilize names. Utilize names when using your affirmations, so because some people are manifesting 2 SPs. One, they want a serious, committed relationship with, and the other, they want attention from. So you're going to be specific with your affirmations. And if you want both to desire you for a loving, fulfilling, committed relationship, then you would be affirming that both of them are doing so. And it's just really as simple as that. Okay. Sarah Pronio, thank you very much. Tips for anxiousness, crying when SP is busy, not answering for long stretches. He's very kind and patient with me, even though it's not his fault, but I'm still working on abandonment issues. Well, number one, I understand that completely. Because let me just tell you something, Sarah Pronio, my girl, she's my channel membership girl. That was me. That was me. And that's literally shit I had to work through too, because I had the abandonment issue and the fear that, I gave everything meaning that SP didn't love anymore. SP wasn't, I won't even verbalize it and I won't even affirm it. But I would give everything that meaning. So if it took too long, or if he took too long responding, oh my God, it doesn't love me anymore. It's just that fear, right? It's just the fear. However, as I'm sure you've heard me say, and by the way, this is right, we're talking a 6 month ago question. So I don't think Sarah is struggling so much with this anymore, because I'm proud of her, because she's a good girl. She works. She's a doer, not just a hearer, right? But it's no different than when I say, listen, you have the availability of being any version of yourself that you want to be moment by moment. And it's the repetition of you deciding this is your new version. Now, when I'm having my own trigger moments within my 3D, because I'm still human and I'm still going to have those moments, and I still do. When I start crying, getting emotional, getting that nervousness in my system, I don't stifle the tears. I allow them to flow, okay? But I do start to say to myself, who are you being right now? Who are you being? Are you being old Kim, who believed every single thought that popped into her mind? Are you old Kim right now? And are you believing something bullshit in the 3D? Are you giving it more meaning than we need to? Are you seeing this as an obstacle? Because that's what old Kim would do. I'd still allow myself the emotion and the cry, right? Because our feelings are always valid. But not every thought is a truth. Meaning, fearful thoughts, anxiety, all of that shit, when we're working on becoming the versions of ourselves who do not fear abandonment, it is normal for those thoughts to pop up. But in those moments, you tell yourself, that's not me. That's the old version of me. I'm not her anymore. I'm not her anymore. So who am I being right now? Am I being old Kim or new Kim? Because I don't want to live old Kim's life ever again. So how would the version of me who's confidently and comfortably in the knowing that her specific person is head over heels in love with her and she has nothing to fear, how would she be responding to the circumstance? Well, she probably wouldn't give a shit. She would know that it doesn't matter because he loves her and is choosing her and will always show up for her. And you allow yourself through repetition to keep thinking that way, choosing those thoughts, aligning and accepting that type of thinking. And let's be patient with yourself. Give yourself a little grace. You know, a lot of us are coming here with a lifetime of conditioned, shitty beliefs. But you really do have access to the version of you who doesn't have those beliefs every single second. And through repetition, that's how you're becoming that new version of yourself. And the struggle, the anxiety will get less and less. Your response to it will become, I don't want to say like more stable, but you will be able to come back to center a lot quicker as you keep doing this. Talking from experience. Summer, thank you very much. Having BBLs of multiple guys admiring, adoring, and treating me the way I want SP to. Today I woke up in the state. Are BBLs a sign he's getting it? Absolutely yes. Absolutely. BBLs, birds before land, are validation of where your mind is or what state you're dominantly in. So this is good. This is very good. And as far as, is your SP getting the same affirmations that these BBLs are showing up? Yes. Yes, he is. Because we're all connected through consciousness. So don't look at it as, well, you know, I'm getting all these BBLs, but SP isn't doing any of this stuff yet. Don't keep thinking that way. That's affirming it. You're affirming that all I'm getting is BBLs. SP's not showing up the way I want. No. Not that I'm saying that you are relentlessly affirming that. I'm not trying to say that, but for anybody else listening, there's a reason why we want to see the BBLs as a good thing, because it is. It's 3D validation of where you are in embodiment or what state you're in. So it's a good thing. And like I said, on repeat, yes, your SP is getting those affirmations. When you're questioning why he isn't showing up that way yet, is because you are also becoming the version of you who doesn't have limited beliefs specifically for SP. So he's getting them and the connection will happen. Okay. Sasha Louise, thank you very much. Now she's got 2 in a row, so I'm going to read them all. Okay. In one video, you said that you live delusionally, in a good way, 90% of the time. I love this. Can you share what this looks like on a daily basis? You bet your ass I can, Sasha Louise. It means that I daily, number one, I have open conversations with myself. If I'm alone at home, I have open conversations with myself, you know, but it's open conversations with the version of myself who has whatever she wants, right? Because I'm becoming that version. I'm embodying that version. I like to say it either way, by the way, and that's why I say it both ways in videos. Because let's say this, say you're manifesting to be a multimillionaire, but you're very hyper aware that you're not a multimillionaire right now, then use the phrasing becoming if it feels too resistive to say I am. See what I'm saying? Okay. So I say both. And I literally am in conversations with myself all day long, like inner conversations with me, but as the version of myself who has what she wants. I also, all day long, no matter what my 3D looks like, And I'm glad you put the percentage in, because it's true. I still have my 10% human moments where I may get triggered, may get upset, might start getting fooled by my 3D. But 90% of the time, I do not give a shit what is going on around me. And it sounds probably bad, but I don't mean it that way. It's just, I don't care. Somehow, some way, everything always works out for me. Everything will always work out for me. Even painful, terrible feelings and circumstances, I know somehow is leading me to whatever I want in that category. So what is the point of staying upset? What is the point of believing the 3D, which is just the manifestation of either a previous state, and it's just something playing out? What's the point of being upset about it? So I live in this land of I have whatever I want 90% of the time. And I really do live like that. And how it looks is I just don't give a shit about 3D circumstances for the most part. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes circumstances might pop up that I have a need to address because they're in my face. But even while I'm addressing them in my head, I know that somehow this is going to work out. I'm going to get what I want. I'm not too worried. Not too upset. See what I'm saying? But how it looks, I don't really know how to describe it other than I don't get out of bed until I am happy with who I tell myself I am being. I check in with myself every morning. Who am I being today? What state am I embodying? Because for me, the early mornings were always my most anxious if my 3D wasn't exactly what I wanted. So I don't get out of that bed until I can happily answer that question. And if it's a day where I'm just in a funk, you can't force yourself into a state. So those are the days I'm easy on myself, very easy, and probably stay away from the news and anything else that's going to trigger me further. You see what I'm saying? But I try to crawl my way back to a beneficial state. So I'm always paying attention to how I'm feeling, how my body's feeling. Because when you feel like shit, let's keep it honest. When we're in a funk and we're just feeling like shit, there's usually something that we're marinating in. And I check in with myself because I've seen the proof or the benefits of doing your best to stay in a more beneficial state. I've lived and experienced and seen the proof and benefits of your 3D is going to reflect the state you're in. That's not debatable. Who you believe you are, what state you're embodying, your 3D has to reflect that. So because of my own personal experience, I see that on a day-to-day basis. And I also see it when I am in a shittier state, how my 3D reflects. And I want what I want. So it's my focus. So I check in with myself throughout the day. Who am I being? Who am I being? How am I responding to these things or whatever's showing up, if anything's showing up? I walk around believing and living and entertaining myself as the version of myself that already has everything she wants. Like, that's my dominant thinking all day long. I don't know how to answer that. I'm sorry, Sasha. Also, would you ever do a states living in the end type workshop? Thanks. I would love to. I still have to do that freaking revision workshop that I just keep putting on the back burner of releasing because I get busy. I would love to do a states workshop. Yes, I am so open to that. I'm going to write that down because that could be a beneficial. So is the revision one though. But yeah, oh God, now you got my mind rolling. Sasha, that is such a good question. God. Yes, I'm very open to that. Okay, I'm going to say this was our part one. This is our part one to the June 20th live stream. leftover super chats. This is part 1. Thank you very much for watching. Part 2 to come very soon. Not sure if I'm recording anymore today because I got calls, so that the outfit might change. But thank you very much for watching. Thank you for the super chats as always. If you come to my live streams and you purchase a super chat and it doesn't get answered in the live stream, I do my best to make videos answering the missed super chats. Okay? Poop. I don't like the feeling of someone wasting their money on me. I like to make sure I'm giving something back. You know what I'm saying? So I try to answer those questions. So on that note, I'll see you all